Today's story is about a Buddhist monk and his disciple. When the boy becomes the first Buddhist monk disciple, he has 1,000 complaints about life. He comes to his Gurudev and tells all his grievances, saying that Gurudev, in this world some people are very beautiful and some people are very ugly. Then he says, in this world some people are rich and some people poor, some are very happy, some are very unhappy. In my life, different kinds of problems keep coming. I never got anything like I want from the world. Neither did I look good nor did I have wealth. I have faced some problems at every stage of my life. I feel like my luck is never been better written. Even after coming here, my mind does not settle in one place. I felt like I was deprived of everything all my life. Gurudev heard everything and realized his real problem. First of all, you stop thinking of yourself as less than others. Why I'm saying this I will tell you this afternoon, but before that, you will come with me to a place. Guru and disciple left for a place in the morning in a bullock cart from the front of his ashram. The bullock cart was very old, so they sat in it. It is a bit difficult to go after going some distance, the disciple said. Gurudev, why are we going in this bullock cart? This cart is so old and broken down that the condition is getting worse in 5 minutes. Is it possible to go this far with this? Gurudev said, I have arranged for this cart because it is a long way, and apart from this I could not arrange any other vehicle, but since you are finding it difficult to go, so let us get down from the cart. Gurudev smiled a little and got down off the cart and started walking. After walking for some distance, the disciple said, Gurudev, it's so hot and the road is full of stones and rocks. I don't see any trees on this road, under which one can rest for a while. How can we walk such a long way? Gurudev said, no problem if you don't want to walk on the road. Okay, there is a forest road a little ahead, we can go if you want, let's go through the forest. The disciple happily said, Gurudev is right, if we go through the forest, we will be found in the shade of trees. Gurudev smiled a little and took him into the forest path. After some distance, the forest becomes deeper. Gradually, the number of insects in the forest increased, then a little further they saw a long poisonous snake. The disciple said, it is not right for us to go through this way. If we go through so many snakes and insects, we will be afraid of losing our lives. Gurudev said, you decided to come this way. Now we are far into the forest, now there is no going back. We have to go through the forest to reach our destination. The child could not say anything else in response to Gurudev's words. Because he decided to come on the way, they somehow crossed the forest very carefully. After crossing the forest, they reached a village. There they were invited to someone's house. They were very poor, so they could not prepare much food, and they only gave bread and one kind of curry. The disciple did not like the food at all. He said, we came from so far and had to eat only bread and one kind of vegetable. It would be better if there were more kinds of food. Gurudev said, there is no problem if you don't want to eat, somewhere else ahead maybe you will get something better. You go out and sit, I'm very hungry, I'm eating. After a while, Gurudev thanked the owner of that house and came out. After some time, the disciple said, Gurudev, you said that I can get some good food in front of me. I am very hungry, so where can I get food? Gurudev said, if you don't try you won't get food. You do one thing, go to every house in this village and ask who has good food. I'm waiting for you here, and smiled. You have another thing to do, you find a man who is very happy with his own beauty. He went to one house after another in the village to look for food, but it was getting late afternoon, so there was no cooked food in anyone's house. There was some food in 1 or 2 places. He didn't like the food. Frustrated with only bread, etc., he left to return to Gurudev. Slowly, he suddenly remembered that he had to find a man who was very happy with his beauty. When asked on the street if he was happy with his beauty, the man replied that he was not at all happy with his beauty. He thought he was very ugly. Not very happy with himself. Then he saw a very beautiful girl on the road walking, and he went to her and asked her if she was happy with her beauty. The girl replied that there is no one as beautiful as her in this village, but there is a girl in the next village who is more beautiful than her. then that means she is not completely satisfied with her beauty even though she is so beautiful. The disciple came straight back to Gurudev without asking anyone else because by that time he was very hungry and his condition was very bad. Finally, he said to Gurudev, "I did not get any food at someone's house. I think it would have been better to eat where we first went to eat." Gurudev said, "Go see if you can get the food." He went to that person's house where he left without eating food, but he went there and found that the house was locked and there was no one. What to do? He came back to Gurudev and Gurudev said, "Okay, what else can be done? If you don't eat today, let's go to the ashram instead, it will be very difficult in the evening." Both of them started walking towards the ashram through the main road. Halfway, his body became very bad. He sat down on the side of the road and said, "Gurudev, I can't walk anymore. I can't walk this far on this hungry stomach." Gurudev took the bread and vegetables and gave them to the boy and said, "Take this, eat it. This is the food that you did not eat in that house. I took it along with you, thinking that you might like to eat the food you neglected in the afternoon. Now he eats it like nectar." He thanked Gurudev and said, "This food tasted like nectar, but when you already had the food, then why didn't you give it to me earlier?" Gurudev said, "If I had given you the food earlier, then you would have never realized how important each indicator of hope is in our life. If you keep complaining about everything in life, you won't know when you'll get off the bullock cart and hit the road. Waiting will lose what you have now. You will never understand. Life can't be lived by complaining. Life can be lived as life is by being grateful for what you have right now. Be thankful for the opportunities you have now. First of all, take advantage of every opportunity in life. What seems small may not turn out to be big in the future, but you never know, so stop complaining about what you don't have and accept what you do have. How to make it better? Try to live life happily and stop complaining and start being grateful. And I told you to stop thinking of yourself as less than others. I hope you got the answer by asking everyone in the village to be happy with their beauty. Yes, Gurudev, I understand that no one is happy with their own beauty. Even the one who is more beautiful than us is not happy. I was so stupid. I always wondered why I always had a bad match. Why didn't I get something better? I didn't care about what I got. I always let go of the present or the opportunity in the hope of getting something better. I used to complain, but today I realize that there is no end to what we want, and if I can't be grateful and satisfied with what I have now, then I won't be satisfied with what I get in the future, and I will spend my whole life complaining. From now on, I will happily accept all the opportunities that come to me. I will be grateful for what I got and try to make it better and better." Thank you, Gurudev, for such a great lesson. Through an incident, the boy realized through an incident that complaining can never live happily, thereby missing the opportunity to come to us. Comment your thoughts, and if you liked the video, then definitely share it. If you are new to this channel, then subscribe to this channel to watch such motivational videos. See you very soon in another new video. Until then, be happy.